Hello, I want to welcome you to Art Appreciation for the mini semester term. And this will be a brief introduction to the course and a walkthrough of how the course will work, what the expectations are, and everything you'll need to know to be successful in the class and to be on schedule with completing everything on time. So when you first log into the class uh, and you've watched this video, you want to complete the attendance verification assignment. So you want to get that done so that I can record your attendance. And in this assignment, it'll ask you to provide a brief statement about yourself and how you believe the content of this course will assist you with your educational and career goals. So just looking for a paragraph here, 6 to 7 sentences in response to that assignment. So that's the first thing to do. The second thing would be to access the syllabus. So you can click on a Word file or PDF and make sure that you review the syllabus in full. So the syllabus will let you know how to contact me through email or office phone. It will give you information about the textbook. And this is certainly a course where I believe the textbook is important or key to being successful in the class. We'll be using the textbook often, so you can have a hard copy of the textbook or a digital copy of the textbook. Either one is acceptable. You do not need to have a brand new copy of the textbook. So, other than the textbook, things you'll need to be successful in the course are just materials to take notes with, and then just kind of your standard computer software to be able to access the course and watch any videos or access web links which are provided in the class. So for the final exam, notice that it is over a course of several days and it's available 24 hours a day. So there should be plenty of time to fit that into your schedule and be able to complete the final exam. And just for the class itself, our objectives are is kind of just to introduce you to a wide variety of different types of art, including media, technique, and processes, and to look at a wide variety of art through the course of history, say from the Renaissance to present day. And you'll take a look at actually a lot of present day artists, current artists still living and working. So hopefully you'll have a pretty good idea of the world of art today as it exists today. And you're not required to like everything. That would be an unreasonable expectation. So in some assignments, I'll ask you to give me your opinion of the art or the artist, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So uh, feel free to disagree with the artist or to not like the art. Feel free to like the artist and to like the art. The key thing there is that we want to figure out why that is. So, yes, I like it for these reasons, or no, I don't like it for these reasons as well. So, here's a breakdown of our points for the course. The exams are worth 100 points each. And what you'll see here is that the weekly assignments are worth 20 points each. So, one assignment is not worth a whole lot of points in the grand scheme of things. But when you add all those up, it is as much as all the exams put together. So it's really important to complete assignments, weekly assignments on time. Uh, that's as important as taking the exams. All right, so the course schedule, I have everything planned out, and hopefully this will not change. But you can see I have everything broken down into various weeks. And for each week, generally, there are two content sections to study. So the first half of the week, Monday through Thursday, and then the second half of the week, Thursday through Sunday. You'll have a content of uh, material to study and assignments to complete. So all this is listed here for you. And the last day in the section, that's when those assignments are due. All right, and so for the exams, like I mentioned with the final, you have several days to complete an exam. Make sure that you take an exam using a stable internet connection. So I recommend using a laptop or a desktop that's wired. I would try to avoid using Wi-Fi. If the connection drops, you might be kicked out of the exam, and then we'll have to wait and reset the exam. And I would not use a cell phone or a tablet to complete the exam because some of the questions may not fully pull up on your cell phone or laptop, or excuse me, cell phone or tablet. All right, so again, hopefully the schedule won't change, but make sure that you are familiar with the schedule and that you keep up with the schedule so you don't fall behind in the course. So for attendance, again, make sure you complete that first attendance verification assignment. The weekly assignments are available in the schedule that I just showed you. And so during most of the weeks, you have two specific due dates, Thursday by midnight and then Sundays by midnight. Now, if you miss the deadline, you can submit an assignment after the due date and you'll receive half credit for doing so. So be aware of that. If something happens, you forget, or you just miss an assignment, you can still earn some points. That's really important. You don't want to just end up with a zero on any assignment. If I'm asking you to respond or to write about an artist, what I'm looking for is information that you've gathered from studying the artist yourself. So through watching a video of the artist or through reading about the artist in the textbook, what information have you gathered? And then, as I mentioned before, I'm often asking for your opinion. So please do not just copy and paste material from another source to answer a question about an artist. If that is the case and I discover that, then I will just assign a zero and that assignment will not be made up. And if there are multiple cases of that, then that would have to be reported to the department head, and there may be other consequences for that sort of behavior. All right, often I provide a little bit of feedback on grading, especially if there's something wrong or some corrections that could have been made or adjustments that could have been made. So when you receive a grade, uh, be sure that you look for feedback to help you on assignments later on in the semester. And then if you do miss coursework for any really serious reasons like military service or death in the family, or if you're in the hospital or jury duty, some of these things which almost cannot be avoided, please get in touch with me and just be aware that documentation would be required to be able to make up work for any one of those reasons. All right, for the exams, those will be available on the dates listed on the schedule. And just to give you an idea, the exams are roughly 50 questions, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, but they're worth 100 points no matter how many questions there are. And usually you have multiple choice, true, false, and some matching questions to complete. So on the exams, there's not any short writing or fill in the blank, written response, or anything like that. And once you start the exam, it's important that you finish the exam in one session or one sitting. All right, and then by the end, after all the course material has been completed, after the end of exam 3, if a student has at least a 90% grade average or an A in the course, then that student would not have to take the final exam. So the student will be exempt from the final. So hopefully that'll be a goal that you would like to complete or try to achieve by the end of the course. So if you do miss assignments or you do maybe poorly on an exam, there is some bonus work to complete. So in the menu on the left-hand side, you'll see an area for bonus. And if you go there, there are some assignments or opportunities already available to complete. You can watch a video and then respond to some questions. And to complete that, you just click on the title, click on Write Submission, and then in this box, write your response, and then make sure you click the Submit button to complete the assignment. So there are 2 of those available already. And then there is a museum or site-specific opportunities, a list of opportunities. This does involve some travel, so I hope that you can take advantage of this. But if you're not able to, just keep in mind that this is bonus, so it's not any required work. But from this list, you can complete up to 3 of these opportunities. You can do 1, 2, or 3, that's up to you in any combination. And each is worth 20 points for a total of 60 points possible if you complete 3 of them. And all I ask you to do is to go to one of these locations and then take your picture in front of a specific work of art and send that in. So you don't have to write an essay or anything like that. I just want you to enjoy the art, enjoy the experience, and the picture does have to be genuine. It does actually need to be you in front of the actual object. So photoshopped images of you on the background of the artwork, those will not be accepted. So make sure that your pictures are genuine and authentic. So since this is an online course, everything will be completed on Blackboard. If you do have a malfunction, a computer malfunction, a technology issue, keep in mind that does not mean that you do not have to complete coursework. So have in mind a backup plan that you're going to go to a campus and use a computer there or a friend's computer or something like that, uh, because just waiting till the last minute and something happening with the computer, that's just not going to be a good reason to make up the work. All right, and the rest of the syllabus has to do with a lot of college policy, so make sure that you reference all of that. And so the other thing to mention is you'll see on the left-hand side here in the menu all the content sections for the course. And again, it's broken down by the week. So the first one, which will be available, and they are released at the start of the date listed. So the first one will be available on this date. And this is where you'll study all the material for this section. So I have a lecture to watch. When you pull this up, make sure that your audio is turned up all the way, and you might want to use headphones when you listen to it. And I have some videos to watch as well. These are short video clips, maybe 5 to 10 minutes or so for each. I've got some images which go along with this section, the content section, and the lecture. And then when you scroll down all the way to the end, this is where you'll see the assignments to complete. So one is a written assignment where I ask you to react to specific artwork. And then one is a quiz based on chapter 1 from the textbook. So when you access each content section, it will be presented in a way that's very similar to this. So you should try to dedicate about the same amount of time you would spend in class to, if it was on campus, to this course online. So expect to spend up to 2 or 2.5 hours a week working on course material for this course. So the lectures will be very similar to what you would see in class on campus. It's a 45-minute to maybe an hour lecture with some videos sort of thrown in there, and then an assignment to complete. In other words, don't wait till the last minute on the last day when the assignments are due to try to complete all the content and complete the assignments, because you likely just simply will not have enough time to do that. So you've got several days to complete all this course content and make use of that time frame. Again, don't wait till the last minute. The other thing that I wanted to show you is the section where you can email me or message me. So click on email messages, then you can click on create a message. Click on to, you can select my name, include a subject, and then here you can type out your email and then click submit. I ask that you be somewhat formal in your communications within the course. So please avoid abbreviations or slang or text lingo. I think that's an important practice in the academic world. And then if you go on to a career world, I think that's an important practice to have. So I ask that you do that, and also ask that you do the same when you are completing any written assignments. So this is an academic course, and your writing should be in an academic form. So again, use proper punctuation, use proper capitalization. I recognize this is not an English grammar course, but excessive errors in grammar, like excessive spelling mistakes, or things aren't capitalized, or there's no punctuation, that would certainly affect your grade on assignments. And one thing that I'm very particular about is the spelling of an artist's name. And when you refer to an artist, in most cases, you should refer to an artist by full name or last name only. And there may be some exceptions like Leonardo or Michelangelo, who sort of only go by one name. But in most cases, it's full name or last name only. And double check the spelling before you submit your written assignment, because that's definitely something that I look for and would count points off for if the name is misspelled. So that's definitely one thing I wanted to mention. And the other thing to mention is if you do have a legitimate technology issue, um, if you tried to start the quiz for the week and you lost connection, or something happened and it kicked you out, then let me know and I can reopen the quiz for you. And that's only if you were not able to complete the quiz or the exam. So we're not talking about you didn't do as well as you would like. In that case, then you'd want to do some bonus work to try to make up for any lost points on the quiz or the exam. So what we're talking about exclusively is there's a technology issue, and on my end, I would be able to see some sort of evidence of that. But I'm happy to reopen a quiz or an exam in those cases. So I'm looking forward to the course, looking forward to interacting with you, and make sure, again, that you complete that very first assignment, hopefully within the first day or two that the class is available. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know.